Hello, friend. Joe at the office here. Do me a favor and please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me out a lot. Thanks. Okay, this tutorial will cover how to make your Microsoft Access database application impenetrable or ultra secure. Let's get to it. So say you've spent hundreds of hours developing a database application and want to keep your code hidden from others who may want to change it or steal it, use it for themselves, whatever, without your permission. So to secure your valuable work, you can lock your database by incorporating these techniques. So I'm going to start off from this previous database that I was demoing for our last video called Security. And we have some just standard code here that was put together over the years, downloaded over the years, available through Microsoft here, for example, the Getusername. So to do this, these techniques incorporate some functions. One of the functions is Getusername, so we have that here. So again, from our last video, we made this compatible with both 64-bit and 32-bit Microsoft Access Microsoft Office, and then we have this standard Getusername function. There's a get login name now. You can find this on Microsoft website, but so we have created this module and entered this function into it. So that is that. Again, up here in the corner, I have some variables that I use mostly on every database, so it's part of my template. All right, we're going to have a couple other standard, or yeah, I guess they're standard functions that again you can find online. The first one is this module called DPI, and it helps to size, well, it doesn't size the window, but it gets the values for all of the access window. As it opens, it can tell if it's minimized, maximized, that sort of thing, and then it's going to tell, I'll show you what it does. All right, so I'm just going to paste the code here for this get DPI. It's just this bottom function right here added to this, which we're going to need to call on these libraries to use for this function. All right, so that's that. And then the next one is the access window. This is, sorry, just I want to copy and paste it. I don't want to miss anything from typing it. Just take me 1 second. All right. The access window functions. I'm going to put them here, and so we are going to need to look at them and understand them. All right, so up here is all of this code. This code up here, this private type, all of this. This is part of the size access function. These are variables that need to be identified, called out, and then you have this, which looks to see if the Microsoft Access window when you open it is maximized. If it is, then it's going to restore it back to what you tell it to, and what you tell it to is going to be in the actual function down here. So this size access code, this is what you would use, these two variables right here in your code to type how wide, so this is the X value, and the Y value, this is how your height of your access window after it's locked down, what it's going to be. So we're just going to leave it what it is right here. Make sure you get all this code in there as it appears. And the last thing that we're going to do in code is we're going to insert a new module. I'm going to name it developer mode. And then I'll go ahead and bring this in so everybody can see it. This is quite a bit of code, and there's a lot of things going on here. Not just the function, but also, well, it's the 3 functions actually. So most of this is available online. It was customized and compiled, put together by a friend of mine named John. And then, of course, I probably did some more customization to it to make it work for a unique situation. But pretty much what it does is this developer mode is it goes and it looks at a table called table users, and it selects the network login name from the table, the value user network login, and compares it to who is logged in at the current time. And if it's me, then I'm going to be identified. It's going to look to see if I'm a developer. So it's going to return this field user developer, which is in this table. So here's me. I'm a developer. It's checked. Here's my network login, Joe, and some other information about me. So it's going to return it and say, yes, I am a developer. So it's going to ask me the question, would I like to open the database? As opposed to if somebody else opened the database, it would just lock it down and it wouldn't let them open it. So I put some other code in here, or John did actually, for telling the user what to do if they have an error. Here's a function to lock the database. So this locks the database and it opens the form dashboard, which is just a basic form that I created that has nothing in it except for a label, a header, and a detail. And then unlock the database. So if as developer I need to edit this database in any way, then I can do so. So these are the three functions that need to be added to this module. Make sure you get all that code in there. I hope I showed it. Maybe I take a screenshot of it and put it in later. So that's what that looks like. All right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and save all of these. Yes, yes, and close. All right, so the next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to employ the Autoexec object. So that is a macro. We're going to create macro, whatever it is. There it is. And we're going to do a few functions. So first, we're going to do run code. Run code. The code that we're going to run is called Getusername. Right, get username, there it is. The next thing we're going to do is run code as well. So we're going to get the username, return it, then we're going to do the developer mode, right? And then we are going to run the code size access. It needs to be in this order, of course, for reasons of operations. I'm going to type it in. And there it is, size access. So we're going to save this as Autoexec. I don't want it to execute. So Autoexec is something that when you first open Microsoft Access, it is an object that automatically runs. And you can have any code in here, you can have it do anything you want before the user actually gains control of this database, this application. So we'll change that to Autoexec, get rid of the one in just a moment. But I want to get in here and change some of the options around. These options will need to be set for this application to be locked down correctly. Right. Let's do this. Let's see, strategy, support. We'll just do that, right? Okay. We're not going to need a status bar. I want to get rid of the tab documents. This you're going to have to uncheck. Use special keys. This is the key to everything, to making sure that it's locked down. Because if this is checked, then people can hold down the shift button and double click and open up the database, and it'll be opened up in like a safe mode where they'll have access to everything. So you will be unchecking this to when your application goes live. I'm not going to do it right now because I may lock myself out, and that's something to keep in mind. You want to keep a backup of your database before you run it like this. All right. I think this is it also. You got to get rid of this navigation pane. So it'll close this. When we uncheck this, it makes sure that when they open it, there is no navigation pane for them to use. All right, that's that. All right, yep, we'll have to close it for it to take effect. I am going to go ahead and quickly close it and take a backup so that we have this. Paste. All right, go ahead and open it back up. All right. So this is without the Autoexec running. Let's go ahead and change that name and test the functionality. Rename, get rid of that. Oh boy, here we go. All right, I'm going to close it and reopen it. And you are a developer of this database. Would you like to open the database in developer mode? I'm going to say no. Now, a normal user will not see this prompt, and it'll just open up like all right. So I had one error in my function here, and this is it. I forgot to close this parentheses. Great job. You think with these glasses I'd be able to see that? So we're going to save it and go ahead and close it, and we will try that again. All right, I'm going to say no, and then here is my database. All right, so as you can see, everything's pretty much locked down. Of course, I still have special keys open, so I could hit F11. There's no status bar to click design on. Once this is in place, there should be nothing that a user can do to get into this database, and they'll only be able to interact with the controls on the form that I want them to interact with. All right, that went decent. You always have a syntax issue or two, but as long as you can find it and figure it out, you're doing great. All right, that should do it. So if you have any questions or critiques, please leave a comment, and if you appreciate this tutorial, please hit subscribe and like, and always thank you for watching.